Hi guys, so today I have a book haul to share with you. I've been buying a couple of books recently, and especially last weekend I went to Vermont, I went to Burlington, and I went with my family and we just wanted to relax, do a bit of shopping, and of course I went to Barnes & Noble and I went to a couple of other independent bookstores, and I'm really excited to show what I got. Before I go into what I bought when I was in Burlington, I thought I would show you guys a book that I ordered online, and this is Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day by Winifred Watson. So I've heard a lot of really good things about this novel. This is published by Persephone Books, and I've heard a lot about this publishing house, and I've never really read anything that they published, so I finally decided to bite the bullet and buy one of their books online from their website, and it was about $25 including the shipping, so $25 Canadian, and so it wasn't as expensive as I thought it was going to be. However, I thought the cover would be different. I thought it would be the gray cover, you know, the quintessential Persephone Books covers where they're gray and it's a bit more rounded on the spine, but I still really like this cover, and the paper quality is really nice. And so this is the cover, and then there's little flaps like this, and I really like the paper. It's a very nice creamy color and the pages are quite thick, and what I especially like is that there are actually little illustrations in this novel. And I really wasn't expecting there to be illustrations, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. I don't really know much about this, but I've heard it's fun and it's a light read, and I might be wrong. If you guys have read this, please let me know, and I'm really looking forward to picking this up soon. So next, I bought all of these books here in Burlington when I went. So we go to Burlington quite often. I would say we go there about 2 times a year. It's about 2 hours from my house, so it's really not that far, and I really like going to Vermont because it's a state that I really like to visit, and I really like the drive down. It's not that long, so it's kind of a relaxing drive. I especially like taking the scenic route, and it's just very nice in the fall. There's all the leaves. Obviously, recently there haven't been as many leaves because we're nearing winter, but overall I thought it was a really nice relaxing trip, and I really enjoyed all the book shopping I did. So the first place I bought books at in Burlington was at Book Express, which is a store that's within one of the malls there, and they sell a lot of remainder books, so they're new books that have been marked down quite a lot. So first I found the first book in a series of unfortunate events. I really want to reread this series. I really loved it when I was a child. I absolutely was obsessed with the series in elementary school, and I think I read all of them. I'm not 100% sure, but I loved them, and I want to reread them, and I've been keeping an eye out for the first book, but I can't ever find it in thrift stores, so I'm really happy to buy this one for $1.99. The next book I got was a collection of short stories called Bobcat and Other Stories, and I think I heard about this from Mercedes at Mercy's Bookish Musings, but I'm not 100% sure. It looks like a really nice collection of short stories. I really like the cover. I find that's actually what caught my attention. I like how it wraps around like that, and I've heard good things about it, so I'm excited to read this. Probably the book that I'm most excited about is Pain, Parties, and Work, and this is a book that's about Sylvia Plath. It's nonfiction, and I've heard a lot about this, and I've seen it around BookTube, and I've seen it online. I've always wanted to read it, but they didn't have it at my library, and I just never got around to ordering it online, and I found it for $4.99, and it's a very beautiful book as well. And I'm just very excited to read this. This is probably the book I'm most excited to get to. So every time I go to the States, I always end up going to a Barnes & Noble. I don't often buy things in Barnes & Noble just because I really like buying books used when I can. However, I did find a couple of things that I really wanted to read. So the first is The Best American Essays of 2014. Many of you probably know I read The Best American Essays of 2013, and I really liked that collection, so I'm excited to move on and read 2014. I think it just came out. And it looks very different from the collection that came out in 2013. It's very shiny, and it's a very bright orange color, and it's like lined as if it's a notebook paper, which is interesting. And as usual, I'm really looking forward to reading these essays. They're mostly essays that appeared in various literary magazines, and especially essays that appeared in smaller magazines, which I find really interesting because I don't have access to a lot of those magazines. And then also at Barnes & Noble, I got a Shakespeare play. I got Much Ado About Nothing. It's one of those plays that I really wish I had studied when I took my class on Shakespeare last year, and I heard it's really funny and it's a comedy, and I really want to watch the movie as well, so I'm looking forward to reading this. And then the final book I got was from a used bookstore that's on Church Street, and this is a book that I hadn't heard of at all, and it just really caught my eye. It's called The Fur Person, and it's about a cat. And I'm just going to read the back of the book for you. This charming story is drawn from the true adventures of Mary Sarton's own cat and recounts his evolution from a cat about town to a gentleman cat, and finally his emergence as a genuine fur person. It just sounds so cute, and there's illustrations in it. Let me find one. So there's all these cute little illustrations, and I got it for $2.50, and I just find it so cute, and I'm really looking forward to maybe reading this one evening when I just want to relax. So those are all the books that I bought recently. One of them I bought online, the rest of them I bought when I was on vacation, and if you guys have read any of those books, you can let me know in the comments. I'm really excited to read a lot of them, and if there's one in particular you think is really interesting, or if there's a book you want to do a buddy read with me for, please let me know, and I'd be really excited to do that. I hope you guys have a really great day, and I'll see you soon.